This is the state of Alabama, gentle with its southern beauty and elegance, but fierce in its personality and pride. For more than a century, life was centered around the burgeoning iron industry in the city of Birmingham and the two college football teams, Alabama and Auburn, whose rivalry burns as hot as the molten steel the state created. Their shared passion for the game remains timeless, and the pursuit of gridiron glory unquestioned. But their personalities are as different as night and day. Alabama imposes its will with brute force and an unflinching discipline. Auburn's success is rooted in the sleight of hand and a soaring spirit, thanks to the occasional wing and a prayer.
A miracle in turned hair! A miracle in turned hair!
Even in the most benign of times, this is a rivalry that is forged much like the iron itself in smoldering cauldrons, filled with emotion and intensity. But these are no ordinary days. For the first time ever, Alabama plays Auburn in a winner-take-all showdown. And to the victor go the spoils. A trip to the SEC Championship Game and the possibility of so much more. This is the 78th Iron Bowl.
We welcome you to the Home Depot SEC on CBS. It's the 78th Iron Bowl featuring Alabama, number 1, and Auburn, number 4. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Gary Danielson here at Jordan-Hare. There's a couple in the stands today, J.R. and Carol Parrish, who attended their first Iron Bowl in 1951 when he was a freshman at Auburn. In the subsequent 62 years, they've been to most of them. They sent me a text earlier this week in which they insisted that because of all that is at stake today, this is the most important Iron Bowl ever played. That's good enough for me. Let's take a quick look at what is at stake today. First of all, for the first time ever, it's a winner-take-all game between these two. The winner will play in the SEC Championship next week against either Missouri or South Carolina. Gary Danielson, we've been listening to people all week long and talking about pressure. Who's got the biggest amount of pressure in this game?
Well, it's different for both teams, and it may shift back and forth. And we love these pressurized games with high consequences, and obviously we got one. But I think it's going to start out with Alabama in this football game. When you're trying to go a three-peat for the national championship, you're going to have to go through Auburn, your rival. Yes, at the beginning of this football game, all the pressure starts with Alabama. But it shifts throughout the game because the Auburn team comes here loose. The start of the game, they're all smiles. Their fans are saying, we survived. We've got another life. But, you know, late in this football game, if they look up at that clock and they have a chance to win, it may shift over to them.
You know, we've had at least a 2-week build-up to this. I think we've heard and listened and seen so many different opinions about what the keys are to this game. You're the expert. You got the last word.
I got the last chance to be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It is kind of fun, though, because in 2 weeks, you do all these interviews, you listen to everybody, talk to 10 experts, you get 20 opinions. They're all kind of right as you watch these things gone through. It could be anything in these type of games. It's why the coaches work so hard. But for me, I don't think you have to go searching too wide on this one. I think Auburn runs the ball great. Alabama stops the run. I'll go with that one as being the key to the game. But we do know, Vern, it usually finds the quarterbacks, and we've got two great ones in this game. A.J. McCarron is going to make a run at the Heisman. He's going to get 2 huge stages. If he wins today in the SEC Championship 2 weeks from now, 3 championships, states a big case, and he has to come through. The Auburn quarterback's a little different. A big challenge for this Alabama team. Nick Marshall is a tremendous athlete. He can beat him with his feet, and if the run game's going, he can beat him with his arm. We've got 2 great ones at quarterback.
Let's go down to Tracy Wolfson with Nick Saban.
Thanks a lot, Vern. Coach, we know the hype that went into this one. We know how loud this stadium can be, but we also know how many big games your team has played, and how can that help you here today?
Well, you know, I think the big thing for our players, a lot of motion in this game. We got to stay focused on what we need to do to execute everybody do their job, play with discipline, be physical, play the way we play. I mean, and we got to do it for 60 minutes in the game. So that's what we got to do, and it's tough in this environment, but that's what we got to do.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Vern, back to you.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Gus Malzahn, the first-year head coach at Auburn, declined an interview with Tracy Wolfson. Christian Jones, who opened the season with a 94-yard kickoff return against Virginia Tech. But the man who is kicking off for the Auburn Tigers is Cody Parkey. He leads the country in touchbacks, but this will not be one of them. It's Jones. And a positive way for Alabama to begin the game. Let's take a look at the Chick-fil-A starting lineups. A.J. McCarron, 36-2 as a starter.
And he's got a great feeling for Auburn the last 2 years. 33 for 44, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions the last 2 times against Auburn.
Three wides, top of the screen. That's Vogler, the tight end, who sets tight right. McCarron out of the spread. The handoff to Yeldon. Huge hole up the middle. What a start for the Crimson Tide. 31 yards.
Alabama shifted right, unbalanced, and Austin Shepard just blew his man right past the hole.
And a first down at the 45-yard line. Yeldon over 1,000 yards. Again this season. He did so as a freshman, and this year as a sophomore. Amari Cooper in motion to the right side. 4-man Auburn rush, quick screen. It's Cooper. You bet A.J. McCarron. Let's introduce you to the remainder of the Alabama offense. The Quanjo brothers on the left side. Ryan Kelly hobbled a little bit, but he will get the start today. That was a game-time decision. Steen and Shepard in the backfield. It's Yeldon, and the wideouts are DeAndrew White, Cooper, and Kevin Norwood. First down, 10. This time Norwood and Cooper are near side, with Cooper in the slot. And that's Norwood, I beg your pardon. Cooper's the outside man. Try Yeldon again. Ladarius Owens, one of the frontline defenders for Auburn. Ford, who's had a terrific season as a pass rusher. Igwe, Wright, Owens. McKenzie Holland, Teresi is the star. D. Ford has helped save 2 significant wins, most recently with a last-second tackle on Aaron Murray to end.
And Vern, it is Chad Lindsey that started the game, number 78 at center, instead of Ryan Kelly.
Second down, 5. Yeldon slips the tackle inside the 30. They're down 2. Jalston Fowler is tight to Vogler on the left side. Yeldon, the only running back. He gets it, comes left.
Good penetration.
Driven down.
Yes.
It's Jake Holland and Robinson Teresi. Fourth down.
One of the questions was, could the undersized Auburn defensive line stand up to the strength of Alabama? On that 3rd and short, they did. Remember, Vern, in the LSU game, LSU stopped them twice on 3rd and short, forced Nick Saban to do a fake punt. They've had trouble 3rd and short.
Cade Foster for the season, 11 of 12. This is from 44. McCarron the holder. That's going to go left. That's only his 2nd miss of the season. Alabama starts strong, comes up wide left. We are still scoreless in Auburn after Cade Foster of Alabama missed To the left side, let's introduce you to the Chick-fil-A starting lineups. And the quarterback for the Auburn Tigers, Nick Marshall.
Well, they say he can't throw. I don't want to say he can't do anything. He's an elite athlete. Of course, Auburn needs to run the ball to help him, but he's got a big arm.
Let's take a look at the offensive line. Robinson at left tackle is a terrific athlete. Down at the bottom, Ricardo Lewis, wide receiver, star of the prayer at Jordan Hare. He made an extremely difficult catch on a tip ball to help win the Georgia game 2 weeks ago. Here's Marshall. Sweep right. Corey Grant, surprise starter. He gets the start in place of Trey Mason, and he picks up 14. The tackle made by Clinton Dix.
Jay Prosh got another good block on the edge. If you want to watch a guy that has to come through and probably will come through, it'll be number 35.
And now Trey Mason is on the field. Hand off to Mason. C.J. Mosley, number 32, was up high. Quick start for Auburn.
Yeah, couldn't quite get it. Alabama was very confused right even prior to the snap. They were still switching players, never got set, and never got their defense set to stop the speed sweep.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, just over the 45-yard line. Mason is alongside Marshall. This time the give is up the middle. It'll be 3rd down. Defensively, this team very strong against the run, so it's strength on strength. Down at the bottom, Landon Collins replaced an injured Vinny Sunseri, and he and Clinton Dix, who had to sit out a 2-game suspension, are 2 of the best tackling safeties in college football. 3rd down. 3rd and 18. Bit of a low snap. Marshall rolls out to his right. Drills and got him. Sammy Coates. How do you do?
In the orchestrated play, the called play, nothing there. But Nick Marshall gets outside the pocket. That's the breakdown.
That's a gain of 21. They go quickly after the made 1st down. Mason darts left. Coates, who's averaging 22.7 per catch with a 21-yarder.
Got outside, broke down the defense.
And back live, here's Mason, little stutter step behind the line. He doesn't get much. Ed Stinson, number 49 for the Crimson Tide with the tackle.
Auburn has never, in the 2 games, we did the 2010 game at Alabama when they beat them and won the national championship. They only ran 61 plays, did Auburn, in that football game. They never really got the up-tempo game going.
3rd down 2.
You have to make 1st downs to get the up-tempo going.
Reese Dismukes, the center, over the ball. Marshall, big hole. Collins chases him and can't catch him. And Nick Marshall has scored the first touchdown of the ball game. 45 yards. Looks like they're going to try for 2.
They always line up that way. Check out the numbers.
Okay, gotcha.
And then if it's not there, they kick the extra point or fake it from here.
Ryan White, who was the deep man, is also the holder. And here is Cody Parkey. 7-0 Auburn. And Greg Robinson with the block on Jeffrey Pagan helped clear the way. in his first year as a starter. Think about this. A year ago, when A.J. McCarron was leading Alabama to a 49-0 win, Nick Marshall had concluded his one season as the quarterback at Garden City Community College. Here's the end zone. Marshall's last game at Garden City was a 56-7 loss to Butler Community College. He has traveled a circuitous route to this spot.
We had a nice conversation with the veteran defensive coordinator from Auburn about saying, listen, they're going to hit some passes on us, but their big plays come from play-action passes and running the ball. We can't lose patience and try to make big plays. Just stop the run.
Gary's talking about Ellis Johnson. Here's a deep ball right side. He's got him open. Incomplete. Amari Cooper and Jermaine Whitehead. It looked like Cooper had a half a stride.
He did. I thought A.J. waited too long on this pass. Watch how Amari Cooper never has to accelerate. He has to slow down. If that's out there, he would have scored. He actually pushed off on the play, and it was probably underthrown by about 5 to 6 yards.
Second down and 10. Kenyon Drake is the running back now. He's the speedster. He spells T.J. Yeldon with regularity. 2nd and 10. Auburn showing a blitz. They're coming from the corner. Kenyon Drake breaks around the right side and is out across the 40.
Yeah, that's that same formation they used when T.J. Yeldon hit the long run. Unbalanced line and then run the inside play very effectively. They're starting to do a little bit of what Aaron Murray did against Auburn. No huddle spread.
Draw play, and it's Kenyon Drake. And we have reached the end of one, a 45-yard touchdown scamper by Nick Marshall. Just a moment ago, Bo Jackson, one of the greatest athletes ever in collegiate athletics, and of course a star here at Auburn. Happy birthday to Bo, his 51st birthday today. That does not help me feel young.
Looks like he could still suit up, doesn't he?
No kidding. Oh, he was something. We begin the second down and 1. McCarron. And he's got Kenyon Drake in the backfield. 2 wides to the right side. They'll feed Kenyon Drake. Big hole up the middle. And that is another Alabama first down. I just think we should go back to the beginning of the program. And Gary, you said the pressure was on Alabama. It's been manifested here.
They're the tighter team. A.J. McCarron's feeling it. They're all feeling it right now. But you have to give Auburn credit. They're averaging 320 yards rushing a game. They're 80 in the first quarter. That's right on target. And Nick Marshall made the play in the pocket on 3rd and long. And then he made the play with the option. Right now, Auburn is doing it exactly the way they want to do it on offense. Let's see if Alabama can answer.
Blitz coming. Play action, McCarron's down.
Gabe Wright came right up the gut on him that time. It was a blitz. I think that's Gabe Wright there. Yes, he gets handed off. A missed assignment by the offensive line. It was just a middle linebacker blitz, and the Alabama offensive line did not handle it, turned somebody completely free.
They had given up only 5 sacks in the last 9 games had the Alabama offensive line. That's the first today. They gave up 4 in the season opener against Virginia Tech. It's 2nd down and 16. Straight 4-man rush. McCarron left side. Christian Jones. Incomplete.
Boy, there's nobody helping him out either, is there? I mean, this is a ball that I think Christian Jones, we've seen Alabama players make this catch. They got to come down with a couple. You got a team on the road starting to feel a little bit like 2010 when Auburn couldn't get started in that game when they were feeling the pressure. They finally found their way, obviously. But right now, nobody's making a big play for Alabama.
Alabama 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. A big one here, 3rd and 16. 3 down for the Tigers. They bring 5. McCarron, crossing pattern. DeAndrew White number 2. Tackle made by Jermaine Whitehead.
Yeah, a little bit by the umpire, too.
Yeah.
The ball went exactly where Auburn wanted it to go. A quick slant, but then White goes, oh, he had to dodge the umpire, and then couldn't dodge the 2 guys. Whitehead makes the tackle.
4th and 7. Well, let's see what they're going to do here.
Well, I'm surprised at this.
Me too. Kenyon Drake. That's Norwood in motion, number 83. O.J. Howard tight to the right side. McCarron lobs it to O.J. Howard. He's going to become a huge force in Alabama football. That's a gain of 11.
Well, good job by Kenyon Drake to get the block, get one-on-one to the backside with Ryan Smith. And you have to say, Auburn burned 2 timeouts in their scoring drive. Alabama burns 2 timeouts. 2 timeouts, 7 points. It'll be a good trade.
Vogler way out to the top of the screen, wide left. 1st and 10. Alabama trailing by 7. McCarron settles for the safety valve. That's Howard again, and he plunges toward the first down marker. Chris Frost, number 17, made the tackle. That's a gain of 11 again.
Well, there was pressure earlier in this game, but when A.J. McCarron eventually finds his balance point, he's pretty good. He's been through everything. I can only think of him having a couple of rough outings. Obviously that 9-6 game in 2011, the first half of the A&M game when they lost to Manziel in 2012.
And despite the victory at Mississippi State, he threw 2 interceptions a couple of weeks ago. Very unusual. Here's Drake. Gets a block for Fowler and is stopped near the 3. And let's get an update from Tracy Wolfson.
Well, guys, actually, TJ Yeldon running on the field now, but he has been in and out of this game the whole time. He was really standing off to the side for a while there. This is the first time we've seen him go in a while. It was that big run early on that might have re-aggravated that right ankle that kept him out of last week's game, but not getting that much work, and that might be keeping him out of this one, guys.
Okay, Trace.
Got it well taped, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Fowler is the lead blocker here in the fullback row. Yeldon, number 4, is the deep back. That's Vogler in motion. 2nd and goal. Play action. McCarron lobs it. Caught. Fowler. Touchdown. That's Justin Fowler's 7th catch of the season. 5 touchdowns. That's a pretty good efficiency rating.
Well, everybody's got this play, and even if you know it's coming, it's still difficult to stop. You run right at him, and then you slip the fullback out to the outside, and that's a tough chase down for Casanova McKenzie.
Cade Foster is on for the extra point try. McCarron will hold, and a freshman, Cole Matza, is the snapper. We're tied. That's an 11-play drive, 67 yards. Took just under 5 minutes. Cade Foster will kick off. Foster kicks it. Trey Mason bobbles it. Picks it up at the 7. And he gets out near the 20-yard line. Uzuma comes in to provide blocking help. Marshall keeps it this time. Wow.
Well defended.
Xavier Dixon was there to plug the gap.
Well defended. Looked like a bit of a busted play perhaps to the outside. Jeffrey Pagan does a nice job of running it out to the sideline and then cleaned up. Defending the perimeter. That is one of the big storylines that both coaching staffs told us. Both of them said the same thing. We got to stop the wide game.
3rd and 8. Quan Bray, number 4, top of the screen. This is Uzuma up on the line in the slot, and the pass goes to him. Boy, he is popped. Jarek Williams was there, and so was C.J. Mosley. But Uzomah held on. It's a gain of 10.
Boy, this is very close, by the way. Hits him, I think, in the arm and the chest, though. Big slant. Yes, good placement. Yep. Good placement by Mosley.
Well, oblique reference there to the new targeting rule.
Yep.
It was, we had a chance to chat. Here's the play. Left side, Mason. Commissioner Mike, oh, is it down or out?
It's going to be close.
Sure is.
Yes.
Yeah, Landon Collins recovers the fumble.
It's going to be very close. Landon Collins caused it, I believe, by ripping it. Yes, that ball's out. That's going to be held up. Alabama football.
Agree.
What a job by Collins. C.J. Mosley on the tackle. Collins goes for the football.
Tie game 7-7, 9:09 to go in the first half. Now Yeldon is back on the field, the running back. McCarron, good downfield coverage. He finds the safety valve, that is Yeldon. Yeldon, who has just made his 17th catch of the year.
This is how you have veteran quarterback, and you've earned the trust of your Alabama coaching staff when they call a pass on first down, and you're looking for the big play. But if it's not there, just give me the check down. Then, you know what will happen? He'll get another one of those first down calls. He's earned that trust.
Norwood and Cooper, top of the screen. O.J. Howard, the tight end, starts this way, then goes back left. They feed it to Yeldon. He is caught behind the line. Casanova McKenzie.
Hit by number 8, Casanova McKenzie.
Oh, Casanova McKenzie, number 8 from the backside, ends up making the play. Cyrus Quanjo, number 71, kind of trips him from behind while he's blocking. Yeldon doesn't look loose. I think Tracy's right. That right ankle isn't 100%.
3rd and 2.
As the game goes on, it could loosen up, but right now he doesn't look normal.
Fowler sets up as the fullback. Yeldon to the 20. First down.
See, this is where that offensive line starts to make an impact. Fowler gets his fit on Jay Collin, number 45 on 5. Cooper blocking downfield. Methodically, those zone blocks. They're not as maybe power-oriented as we've seen the last couple of years, but very efficient that offensive line is.
Again, it's Chad Lindsey at center, replacing the injured Ryan Kelly. And you've got the Quanjo brothers on the left, and then Anthony Steen and Austin Shepard on the right side. First down 10 at the 20 in a tie game blitz. Up the middle, good pickup by Yeldon. That's caught, touchdown, Kevin Norwood, Mr. Reliable for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Well, we were talking about somebody had to help him out and make a catch. Why don't you go to the guy you've been doing it with for 4 years?
Collins set it up with the fumble recovery. He ripped it out as well.
And by the way, Vern, T.J. Yeldon had a great block to give A.J. McCarron the time to throw the ball.
Cade Foster on for the extra point. Ooh. Cuts it inside the left upright.
7 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Well, Norwood's right here. He's going to get it right down the hash. It's almost 4 vertical, what they call it. You're reading the free safety, throwing off him. He comes up, he knows. At that point, A.J. McCarron says, I got no safety in the middle of the field. I can lob it high. And this time, his receiver makes the play. Started with the fumble, though.
And here's the fumble recovery caused by Collins, recovered by Collins, and A.J. McCarron with his 74th career touchdown pass. 13-7. After the first turnover of the game, recovered by Landon Collins. After starting 3 of 7, McCarron has now hit his last 6 passes. We've made the point, 36-2 as a starter. The 2 losses, 9-6 in overtime at home to LSU, and a year ago at home to Texas A&M. You think he doesn't play well on the road?
He plays well. You got it.
Wow.
He's pretty good at home, too.
Yeah. This one a deep kick, touchback. Trey Mason. First game played here between these two was 1989. They played in Birmingham for much of the time. And Paul Bryant famously said, I'm not going to go down. I'd rather play Texas 10 times than go down and play that Cal College. They played here in '89. Pat Dye was the coach. And he said getting Alabama to play here was like tearing down the Berlin Wall. This is Trey DePriest on Ricardo Lewis.
Boy, Auburn swore they were going to stick with the running game and not try to finesse Alabama, and they've come out of their shell a bit. I'm surprised.
Gus Malzahn. By the way, that's double bubble. Estimated by somebody that he chews 25 pieces per game.
You know, the interesting thing about this matchup, you were talking about it since 1989, when they did play that first game here. The series is 12-12.
Right.
This is the 25th game. So pretty even. That's you don't have a good rivalry if it's not pretty even.
Second down, 13. Play action, Marshall. Deep down the middle. And that one's going to be overthrown. It was intended for Sammy Coates, who's got such great speed. Made a big one earlier. Clinton Dix defending. 3rd and 13.
One of the things I've talked about, if you're going to beat Alabama, they're the champs. It's like a heavyweight champ. You have to be able to take a punch and punch back. Now Auburn started out, Alabama was the tighter team. Now Auburn has taken the punch. We're going to see if they can punch back now.
It's 3rd and 13. They are 1 of 5, 3 of 5, I beg your pardon, on 3rd down conversions. 4 down, they bring 5. Stunts, Marshall, ankle tackle for a loss. Adrian Hubbard, number 42, made the tackle.
Well, in 2012, Auburn gave up 37 sacks. This year, they're doing well. They're 3rd in the SEC with fewest sacks. But they've always been running the ball. Now they've got into a game here where they're trying to finesse Alabama with those first down passes, getting in 3rd and long, and not being able to hold up.
Now here is a study in strengths as well. Special teams. Stephen Clark with only 4 returned this year. Christian Jones is back. He has returned 2 for touchdowns. And he's going to let this one bounce. So that punt return coverage average for Auburn continues to be excellent. Yeldon is the running back, 3 to the wide right side. Yeldon goes left.
Got 3 of them.
Yep.
That formation is giving Auburn problems.
Why do you think?
I have no idea. It has to be something new for Auburn. Remember, we talked to Ellis Johnson. He said, we're very concerned about getting outflanked. Well, 3 times Alabama has been in this formation. They haven't even tried to outflank them.
Ellis Johnson is a defensive coordinator here for Auburn. Twice he has served on the staffs at Alabama, a total of 8 years. So he has a wonderful perspective, does Ellis Johnson, on this rivalry. Blitz, play action, McCarron, short man again. Amari Cooper, incomplete.
Second down.
Had a chance.
Second and 10.
Well, let's see if D. Ford can make up for his other mistake early, jumping off sides. I'm still not sure Alabama would have gone for that 4th and 7. He has not made an impact in this game yet, except for his penalty.
D. Ford has 8 sacks, leads the Auburn Tigers, number 30. Lined up against Austin Shepard. Shepard, that's tipped, and it's caught by Norwood. Now he's loose inside the 30.
I'll be darned. We talked, and I bet AJ has a smile because he said when we were visiting with him a few weeks ago, he said somehow the ball always finds Kevin Norwood.
Yeah.
And here, the ball found him again, just out of the fingertips of Chris Frost. It's a huge series for the Auburn football team. Remember, Alabama won the toss, elected to receive, which means Auburn gets the ball to start the second half.
1st and 10 after Kevin Norwood's catch. Kenny Bell is on the field for the first time. He's a speedster, number 7. They run the reverse with Amari Cooper. O.J. Howard with a huge block. And Cooper diving for the end zone. Did he get in?
They're calling it a touchdown. They said he's the most skilled they've had since Julio Jones, but his foot, I think his hand might have come out of bounds before the ball. Watch his left hand go out of bounds and touch the ground. Where's the football?
Ooh.
It's going to be, if it's not a touchdown, it's going to be inches short.
And we wait for the review. Here's a call.
After review, the runner's hand touched down, out of bounds, short of the goal line. Therefore, the ball will be placed inside the 1, where it'll be 1st and goal.
Look down the line. Again.
Well,
well.
It's close. We will say that.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. Let's be nice to everybody, right?
You had 24 at your house. 1st and goal. Yeldon is the running back. Vogler will lead the way. Yeldon. Touchdown, Alabama.
Yeldon carries for the Alabama touchdown.
Boy, it was hit right in the backfield that time. It was almost a play made. You got to give Alabama offensive coordinator Doug Nussmeier a real kudos on that play sequence. Gave Auburn a little bit of everything. Remember the unbalanced line? He gashed them. Yeah. Passing play, a tip ball was key. How ironic is that? And then the speed and athleticism of Cooper.
You want to talk about sexy. Cue the duck. And the Aflac Trivia answer, which 4 Alabama cities have hosted the Iron Bowl. Here you go. Auburn, Birmingham, Montgomery, about an hour away from Auburn, and Tuscaloosa. The first game played in Tuscaloosa was in 2000. And that was a 9-0 Auburn victory. Another good question. Bear Bryant's won 19 of these things, did. Chuck Jordan, for whom this field is named in part, was 2nd in wins, 9. Who was number 3? He's here today.
Oh, well, I know the answer. Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah, well, there's
That's
no
right.
prize at the end of this.
Okay.
Tuberville won 7 out of 10 as the coach of Auburn.
I knew it. That's all.
6 in a row. Trey Mason with the return out near the 18-yard line. 21 unanswered now for Alabama. They were down 7-0 in the early going. There's Uzomah. That's Mason over right guard. Into the arms of Trey DePriest with the tackle. 3:32 to go. And Auburn is out of timeouts.
See, look at that positive play. Just mash it up there. Trust your offensive line.
First down. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Caught from behind by Jonathan Allen, number 93.
You know, Alabama's known, as we've said, as one of the best tackling teams in college football, but the backs for Auburn make people miss.
That was a 42-yard gain. Here's another gallop for Trey Mason.
And I'll tell you, they'll roll it and run plays. Kirby and Gus matching up these two teams.
Marshall, he's angry at the officials because they want to go quickly.
Right, but they had to get tried to react and change the defense.
See Malzahn on the right, but they hadn't moved the change yet. They hand it off to Mason for the third time.
And he'll go fast again because he got more than 5 yards on that play. Watch him start. He'll start to point and roll it.
The game is 6 yards.
Gus Malzahn, second down 4. 2:25 to go first half. Mason again. Jonathan Allen seeing a lot of action today, makes the stop. Third down 3. Substitutions now for Kirby Smart and the Alabama defense.
And once Auburn substitutes, that'll allow Alabama to substitute. The umpire will stand over the ball. But the run game has saved Auburn.
Mason out. Cameron Artis Payne seeing action. Here's Marshall. Directs his blockers. That should be a touchdown. It is.
Now that's Auburn football. Start out with a run, break some tackles, and that time did the ball get passed. He puts it into his right hand. All you got to do is break the plane.
New holder for Auburn, Stephen Clark. Well, here is a note we always seem to add when we're doing an Alabama game. Under Nick Saban, Alabama is 73-3 when leading at the half. And let's go down to Tracy, who is with the Auburn coach, Gus Malzahn.
Thanks a lot. And, Coach, Alabama seemed to find their rhythm there, but a huge touchdown drive. What kind of statement was that in terms of making that going into half?
Yeah, that was big. You know, once we get an initial first down and we can play fast, you know, we play pretty good. So that's going to be the key to the second half.
Well, your team has found ways to win in the second half and the fourth quarter. How much will you bring that up going into the locker room?
Yeah, that's big. You know, if it's a close game in the fourth quarter, I like our chances.
Thanks a lot. Vern?
All right, Gus Malzahn. He was the offensive coordinator here for 3 years, including a national championship season under a fellow named Cam Newton. Let's go back to 10 in New York. Let's go down to Tracy.
You seem to have gained your rhythm there, but then you let up a big drive. What happened?
Well, we just didn't play very well on defense. They ran a counter on us 3 times in a row. We never closed and spilled it. So we just got to execute better. And, you know, offensively, we got to throw and catch the ball better. And, you know, everybody's got to do their job. That's what it comes down to. And we haven't played with the kind of energy and enthusiasm we need to win a game like this.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Tracy, thank you with Nick Saban. And if you remember back when we started, Alabama won the toss, opened with possession of the football. So it goes to the Auburn Tigers, who put the plug in 21 unanswered by Alabama with that last touchdown drive, to which Nick Saban just referred. The kick from Foster. Taken at the goal line. Here's Mason to the 30. Well, it was a significant drive, obviously, by Auburn to open, to end the first half. How significant is this opening drive?
Well, the last one was bigger. I have to admit that. But, I mean, I think the matchup is what it is. We can be fancy, spend 2 weeks on it. If Auburn runs the ball against Alabama, they got a chance to win. And remember, when Alabama wins the turnover margin, they win. The 6 games that they've lost, the last 6 SEC games that they've lost, they did not win the turnover margin. The difference in the game is the turnover so far.
Alabama did score off that turnover. Here's Marshall up the middle. C.J. Mosley is there. DePriest is in the neighborhood to help.
Just get the feeling that no matter how many times Auburn likes to show you they're going to run wide, and they have to do it to keep Alabama honest, the yards have been made between the tackles.
Exactly. That was a pickup of 7, second down and 3. Uzomah goes in motion. Marshall keeps it this time. He does go wide. Spins in time.
Look at that move.
Yes, indeed. Jarek Williams with the tackle.
Fooled us a bit, but how can you blame him? Landon Collins spins one way, and Marshall spins the other way.
And a first down 10 for the Auburn Tigers, trailing by 7. Mason skips outside, turns the corner. Collins shoves him out of bounds. And Gary, let's take a look at the halftime trends.
Well, as Nick said, and I think he's right. You know, it's the little things that you got to do. AJ did not start off sharp. He did finish sharp. Nick Marshall made that big 45-yard run. That shocked him. You can see the game kind of unfolding exactly the way we kind of guessed.
Marshall flips it out.
There's the third option. I'm right there.
Right. Quan Bray, who scoots down the sidelines and is out of bounds at the 35.
And they'll get faster and faster now, while Auburn.
Here they go. On the made first down, they go as quickly as they can.
And they'll go fast because they're at the near hash where they can get their players substituted quicker as well.
Mason up the middle. Adrian Hubbard with the tackle on this one.
So Gus will run the trigger from one sideline. Kirby Smart will try to get his guys adjusted from the other sideline.
Second down 5. Marshall, quick flip out to the left side. It's Bray again. He's down to the 20.
He's got him right now. Second and short. Gus will roll it. He will roll it. See it roll it? And because it's read plays, they can run the same play over and over again because there's different options off of it.
Left side. Trey Mason well over 100 yards already.
Yep, and he'll roll it again.
First down 10.
Much tougher job for Kirby Smart to get those signals in.
There's Mason alongside Marshall. Marshall fakes the toss, keeps it, hauled down from behind by Ed Stinson, number 49. And take a look now at the Auburn red zone stats provided by Verizon. See, just a little bit above the national average, 69% touchdowns inside the 20. Second and 8. 21-14, opening drive, third quarter.
Coach to the top, up there.
Marshall drills it. Uzomah. Touchdown, Auburn.
They love the tight ends, number 18 and 81. They love the tight ends and the big receivers in the red zone. He's up against Aaron Jones, hitch and go. A little bit of a grab, but a perfect throw. What a drive by Auburn.
That's Uzomah's 8th catch of the year, but his 3rd touchdown. And Auburn within an extra point try of tying it up.
Uzomah, high school quarterback, 6'4". Jones, maybe 5'10".
So they score the last touchdown of the first half and the first touchdown of the second half. And we are notched at 21.
Well, I said they love the tight end Uzomah down at this side of the field. Sammy Coates up here, Uzomah down there, both good-sized receivers. He could have gone either way. He chose the bottom, hitch and go. More physical and a wonderful throw.
21-21 in the winner-take-all Iron Bowl. Resilient Auburn Tigers have now scored 14 unanswered and tied it up 21-all opening drive of the third quarter. Look at the previous 2 games combined against the Crimson Tide, 170. Already 200 yards on the ground against a team that gives up only 91 per game.
You know, and in the 2010 win with Cam Newton, it wasn't the running game that worked that game. It was Cam throwing the ball. This is new territory for this offense versus Alabama.
Here is the kick. And this not unexpected from the number 1 kickoff touchback leader. That's an uncomfortable way of saying it, but Cody Parkey knocks it through the park. Yesterday, we saw LSU with a backup quarterback go 99 yards to defeat Arkansas. Well, here's an opportunity to break a tie for Alabama. At the 1. Yeldon. Perhaps 3 yards.
Auburn's coaching staff believes that this is not as physical of Alabama offensive line that they faced in the last 4 years. It's up to Auburn's defensive line to prove that right now. Can they stop it or not?
Second down, 8.
Second down is when Alabama loves to run those little play-action passes out of the end zone. Will they try to get Charleston Fowler out there on the edge?
That's Fowler in motion. He'll line up just to the right of McCarron. Yeldon, nothing. Robinson, Therese, number 27.
Yeah, Ryan Smith and Therese. Remember, Auburn runs a 4-2-5. Ryan Smith, a safety, guesses, and Robinson Therese answers the other side of it. They believe they can take the physical game to this Alabama offensive line. Does Auburn.
3rd and 8, D Ford left side matched up against Austin Shepard. McCarron 2 yards into the end zone. McCarron deep right side. Man open. Amari Cooper. Wow.
You don't win back-to-back championships by being a finesse football team. Watch this offensive line handle a pass rush. Ellis Johnson goes 4-man line. It gets stoned. Bad coverage in the back end. Ryan White took a poor angle, and A.J. McCarron hung in the pocket and made the biggest throw of the game so far.
That was a gain of 54 and a first down 10, only the second third down conversion for the Crimson Tide.
It's a great football game, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness.
And got one-on-one coverage to the top.
Play action.
There's the crossing play action.
Christian Jones is the safety valve. And he's got it on the little wheel route to the right side. Ryan Smith with the tackle.
Well, you knew it was coming, wasn't it? The play action pass.
Second.
And again, on first down, the play isn't there that was called. Dump it off to the back. Give me second and short.
Cyrus Kwanjo, Ari Kwanjo go to the right. Lindsey is the center. Steen, Shepard on the right side, Vogler the tight end, and 3 receivers to the left.
Unbalanced formation again. Where are they going to run it inside?
Blitz. Yeldon goes around the corner.
They bounced it out, didn't he?
Yes. Chris Davis with the tackle. Stops the clock with 2:02 to go, third quarter. See the drive charts. They started at the 1. 5 runs, 2 passes so far. First and 10 at the 22.5. Low snap. McCarron picks it up, goes in the end zone. He's got a man open and he drops it. Amari Cooper had both hands on it.
I think Jonathan Mincy might have stripped it. I'm not sure.
Well, the two teams will march to the south end of the stadium where this drive began. It began on the 1. It's at the 10 now. We were hoping for something above average.
My.
We've gotten it. 21-all. We'll return to Auburn right after this word from your local station. We welcome you back to the 4th. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson. This is the 12th play of the drive. It's second down and 10 at the 11 in a tie game. Winner take all.
And what do you do if you're Auburn? The last time they blitzed, Alabama picked it up. I don't think they'll do it again.
That's Amari Cooper. Sets up on the left side. He comes back to the right. A.J. McCarron finds him as a safety valve.
They played soft. They played soft.
Tackled by number 27.
Robinson Therese, number 27.
Good call by Ellis Johnson. Remember they blitzed? We showed all 6 Alabama players picking up the blitz. Touchdown to Norwood. This time Ellis Johnson says no way.
3rd and 10 in the tie game. Winner goes to Atlanta. McCarron steps up. Under pressure, fires it in the end zone. Over Christian Jones' head. And that will leave it up to Cade Foster, who has missed one today.
Successful drive by Alabama as we watch this last play. Auburn adjusts. They are not going to come after him. Safety standing in the end zone, and A.J. puts it where only his guy might have a chance for it. Remember, this drive started at the 1. So what a great drive for Alabama.
Foster missed earlier from 44. This will be from 28 to break the tie in the Iron Bowl. Oh, boy.
Little things turn into huge things.
I must say, if there was movement on the successful field goal from Ari Kwanjo, it was imperceptible.
Boy, that was hooked bad, wasn't it? Didn't even get it up in the air.
That's 0 for 2. Mel's on. Boom! And for Cade Foster, as Gary just said during the break, Groundhog Day.
Well, he's had this nightmare before, hasn't he?
1 of 4 in the game of the century for that year, at least. That was LSU's win over Alabama, 9-6 in overtime. Down the sidelines, Corey Grant.
Well, Corey Grant is from Opelika High School, right near here, Auburn University. He was going to sign with Auburn. Tommy Tuberville was fired. Signed with Alabama. Said my heart's at Auburn. Transferred back. And now he's out here playing.
He's one of several who had an Auburn/Alabama decision to make. 1st down 10. Up the middle she goes. Mason again. Well, only 13 runners had exceeded 100 yards during the Nick Saban era here. Only 1 this year. That was Trey Edmonds of Virginia Tech in the season opener. And here we have 2 Auburn Tigers over 100. 2nd down, 7 tie game, under 12 to play.
Who would have believed? 270 yards rushing against this Alabama team. Auburn believed it, right?
Yep.
And most of it, as you saw that graphic, right between the tackles.
The 78th Iron Bowl, the passion for this game among fans of each team, unrivaled. That's going to make it a 3rd down again. Third and 4.
Remember how loose Auburn was in the open?
Yep.
Now they look up and go, oh my goodness. We're 11 minutes away from beating Alabama and going to the SEC Championship after losing 49-0 a year ago.
And 42-14 the year before that. Play action. Marshall tipped.
Yes, it was.
Incomplete. Tipped by Ed Stinson, number 49.
Now, what does Gus Malzahn do? It's in that in-between yardage area. Does he go for it or punt it?
Looks like the punting unit is coming on. Stephen Clark, who again has been superb in this game. This will be his 4th punt. Remember, he had one down at the 1 the last time he efforted this. Here's Christian Jones. Oh my gosh.
Another one.
Oh my gosh. Big smile for Stephen Clark. Wow. Stephen Clark, what an effort he's made today. Well, we wanted a good one. Now they're at the 1-yard line. Do they have enough in the tank to move it out again?
Well, you know, everybody was wondering, will the game live up to the hype? Yes, it's lived up to the hype. Alabama, I don't think, has played his best game, but they've got a lot of experience in these tight football games. Auburn, though, after the Georgia thing a couple weeks ago,
Right.
who cares?
They believe. Ha! Amen. From the 1. Play action. McCarron, how about this decision? Going deep. Amari Cooper is there. Has it. Loose. Down the right side. There are no flags. And that is a 99-yard touchdown. McCarron, Cooper, Alabama leads.
It was an out and up. Watch him go down, out, and up. Mincy gets fooled, and the safety never gets it. Jermaine Whitehead never gets there. Last time Alabama from the 1, Bernie asked me, could they do it? Yeah, I should have said yes.
Well, you give and you take. And 2 weeks ago, a 73-yard desperation heave. The Prairie Jordan Hare. How about this? McCarron to Cooper. 99 yards. Alabama leads.
Yeah, you expect a little help here, but this guy, Mincy, got schooled. Trust the offensive line. Play action pass. Throw it deep. Mincy takes one false step. Whitehead doesn't get there.
I would suggest that you cinch up your seatbelts. We've got a lot of time left. We're back at the Jordan-Hare Stadium. A.J. McCarron, 99-yard touchdown pass. Boy, he heaved it. Look at the block on D. Ford. Now watch McCarron.
Yep. Reminds you of Johnny Manziel against Alabama when he hit that long one to Mike Evans. Remember?
What a great shot that is. And now the head coach, Nick Saban. There's a pat on the rear end that's a little milder than one we remember when he was a freshman.
And there's his brother
yep.
at the finish.
Corey McCarron. Previous long, Kitchens to Vaughn in 96. Well, that's a record that will stand, don't you think?
Yeah, it's going to be tough to break that one.
Squib kick. No, not really a squib kick. Low. Quan Bray has it. And he's tackled.
You don't beat the champ if you don't knock him out.
Cameron Otis Payne is the running back. He gets the give. And that's a nice start. Let's take a look at the few losses for Alabama.
Well, you see, since 2008, Alabama has lost 6 SEC games, 3 of them in 2010. But in all of those games, to use the common thread, they did not win the turnover battle. Tonight they are. They were outrushed in attempts at yards. Tonight they're being outrushed. But fourth quarter scoring, they haven't done it. Tonight they did so far.
Second down 6. There's a nice defensive play on Cameron Artis Payne. C.J. Mosley. Very quiet in the first 3 quarters, but has been a presence here recently. 9:32 to go. Third down 5. Marshall under trouble. Cameron Artis Payne heaves it out.
It's close, but I think he's short.
Now it appears from the spot right over the line. Yep. Xavier Dixon wrapped him up.
Really nice job that time. Good pressure by Alabama. Nick Marshall got out of the pocket and dropped it off.
4th and 1.
They're the second best rushing team in the nation. I think they should try it.
At the 35, trailing by 7, 8:46 to go.
Oh, they were going to gimmick it. Now they'll look around.
Ricardo Lewis is in the slot to the right side. Not a factor so far in this game. Marshall. I don't think so. I think his knee was down
short.
Not. Adrian Hubbard, number 42, got there first. The ball goes over.
Adrian Hubbard, you're exactly right. As he looked at Kirby Smart, he did his job. And his job was the quarterback. Assignment football. You got the quarterback. Takes on the block from Prosh, number 35. One of the few blocks you'll see Jay miss. He overpowered the fullback and makes the tackle. What a play by Hubbard.
One more look. Alabama leads by 7, and they've got the ball at the Auburn 35-yard line.
Both coaches have all 3 of their timeouts. So a stop here is still a football game for Auburn.
T.J. Yeldon is the running back. Goes left.
This Auburn defensive line is hanging in there. One of the things that I talked about is it's hard to wear Auburn down because they play 10 different defensive linemen. Alabama wears other people down because they do not substitute enough.
That was Gabe Wright with that stop at 2nd down and 10. 4:05. And the clock running.
Do you hand the ball to A.J. McCarron and say, win us this one? It's man-to-man to the outside. Auburn is playing 10 men in the run defense.
They will play action.
That's where you got to go with the
left
ball.
side.
Yep.
Amari Cooper has it.
You just got to go to it. If they force you to throw to that, you got a senior quarterback, Heisman candidate, 2 national championships. You got to trust that play.
And here's Cooper again. He has been the star receiver in this evening's game. 3rd down 2. 3:25 to go.
What if they don't get a first down? What is Nick going to do on this one?
Cooper, top of the screen.
Just a 4-man rush again.
McCarron is hit as he lets it go. It'll be 4th down. Gabe Wright, number 90.
Pressure by number 55, Carlos.
Wow. Man, that is a pass rush from Gabe Wright. Now it's about a 45-yard field goal?
Foster's career long is 53. He has missed today from 44 and 33.
Well, everybody would forgive him if he makes this one for Alabama. The Auburn fans say, come on, one more wide left.
Cole Mazza snaps it. A.J. McCarron holds it. Cade Foster kicks it, and it's going to be wide left. It's blocked. It's blocked. DeReese Robinson blocked it. Ryan Smith picks it up, and the nightmare continues for Cade Foster.
And there's a late hit. There's going to be a 15-yard penalty on top of all this as well. It was blocked up the middle.
Following the play, dead ball, personal foul, 89 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Saban, Malzahn. Penalty was on Brandon Green, backup tight end. First down 10, 2:32 to go. Auburn has all 3 of its timeouts. Uzomah in motion. They hand it off up the middle. Trey Mason. What a game he's had. And they go in a hurry.
Yeah, an interesting strategy here for Gus. He wants to obviously score, but he doesn't want to give Alabama time either.
Mason this time is stopped. And after the penalty a moment ago, Nick Saban, Brandon Green. Third and 2. 1:38 to go. Clock stops on the first down.
Powered inside, right up Dismukes, Reese Dismukes, one of their veteran offensive linemen.
First down, 48.
First down 10, 90 seconds remaining. Mason again. Trey DePriest gets in, number 33 on this carry.
It's going to be tough to stop this offense with 4 downs to pick up a first down.
Second down 5.
Second and 5. Mason again. That's his 28th carry of the ball game.
Mason carries up the middle.
Gus will want to go fast here, I guarantee it.
1 minute to go. 28-21, winner take all. DePriest almost broken. Mason.
Yep, they're going to go to Mason on third down. He's a third down machine.
And they hustle. First down and 10 at the 40. Marshall keeps it, tries to get around the edge, tips it out. It's caught by Sammy Coates. Strolls in. Touchdown, Auburn.
The third part of the triple option, right at the last second. Nick Marshall saw Sammy Coates. Hardly blame the Alabama defender on that one. He thought for sure Marshall was keeping it.
Cody Parkey, we are tied.
There's that play, the triple option play working again. A.J. McCarron's got 32 seconds. Fake it, keep it, and at the last second, he knows he's not going to make it. And Cyrus Jones, hard to say, you can't come up and tackle the guy, and by a yard, he was behind the line of scrimmage. It was really close.
And the question becomes, where is he when he lets it go? That's the line of scrimmage.
That's fine. He's behind the line. That works. Both Cyrus Jones and Clinton Dix both reacted to the run. And Sammy Coates says that's the third part of the option.
Coates, such a talented young man, and he catches the 39-yard toss from Nick Marshall. 28 ball. This one is grabbed short. That's Ryan Anderson, a linebacker. 25 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. McCarron throws it away. Ladarius Owens, who had his jersey stitched during a break earlier, had the pressure on McCarron that time. 16 seconds remaining in regulation. Draw play. Yeldon. Stopped short of the first down.
Yeldon on the carry.
Timeout.
Chris Davis.
Alabama. Third and 1.
You know, one of them obviously blocked, but he did not get any height on it. And if it goes to overtime, that's going to be a big disadvantage to Alabama. As they call plays, they can't be confident that they got a way to kick a field goal.
7 seconds remaining in regulation. Here comes Alabama's Hail Mary.
Nope, they're not.
They are. Yeah. Did he get out of bounds? He did. Apparently.
The clock stopped.
Gosh, I thought he crossed the line with a second to go.
Well, it is reviewable. 2, 1, hits. It's pretty close, but if they put 1 second on, obviously they'll get one Hail Mary throw to the end zone.
After review, the runner's foot touched out of bounds at the 39-yard line with 1 second on the clock. Clock will be reset to 1 second. It'll be 1st and 10.
Well, if anyone should know the lesson of knocking it down, should it not be the Auburn defensive backs? They're going to try a field goal?
It's Adrian Griffith, who is 1 for 2 tonight. Cody, yes, career, not tonight.
56 yards.
Adam Griffith, a redshirt freshman from Calhoun, Georgia. This is the 3rd field goal he's attempted in his career. 56 yards for the win.
Remember, a blocked kick can go the other way, too. He's got to be careful and get it up.
On the way. No, returned by Chris Davis. Davis goes left. Davis gets a block. Davis has another block. Chris Davis. No flags. Touchdown. Auburn. An answered prayer. Might be worth another look.
You know what we need to do is come back here more often. These are the 2 most unbelievable finishes. A forced deep field goal, and now Alabama does not have athletes on the field. They've got offensive linemen on the field. And once Chris Davis turns the corner, the only thing that was going to stop him was he fell down. It was a decent kick.
Yes, it was.
But a big gamble. I thought maybe a block this could happen. Who would have dreamed that this, because there's no athletes on the field for Alabama. They got all fat guys.
Mandel places it down. Griffith. As Gary said, it's a decent kick. Now, it will officially go into the books as a 100-yard return with a missed field goal because the NCAA does not measure from deep in the end zone.
Vern, for Auburn, 2 2013. And will always be remembered as the season every Auburn fan dreamed but never believed has happened.
Tracy Wolfson is with Gus Malzahn.
Just this atmosphere right now, he can't even really hear what I'm saying, I'm sure.
Yeah,
but what can you say just 2 weeks in a row here at Jordan-Hare Stadium and coming out with this win so important?
It's really unbelievable. I said earlier, if it's close, I thought we were going to win. Our guys are resilient, and I couldn't be more proud of right now.
The biggest turnaround in SEC history, and now you're on your way to the SEC Championship. How proud are you of your team today?
Hey, it's kind of been one of those dream seasons. We got better every week. We're playing our best ball right now, and I'm real excited.
What was going through your mind on that final field goal there and the return as it was happening?
Yeah, we just talked about it. I didn't know if he had the legs, so we put our punt returner back there. Chris Davis took it to the house. The place went nuts.
Well, it was a great move. Congratulations. Enjoy every minute of it.
Thank you.
Wow. For Gary Danielson and Tracy Wolfson, along with our guys in the truck, Craig Silver, Steve Milton, our leaders, our entire crowd. Vern Lundquist saying so long from Auburn. The final score, 34-28. Tigers win. Jeep postgame show is up next after these messages and a word from your local station.